Hi, the name of my film is The Nihilist, and my name is Wayne Johnson. I co-directed and co-wrote the film.
And when 12 months and a day had passed, the ghost did rise and speak.
My biggest influences are Sir Joshua Reynolds, who's a portrait painter to the King of England, late 1770s. Howard Pyle, who is a father of American illustration, who told beautiful stories in one single painting. And from a filmmaking point of view, I think Alfred Hitchcock is probably one of my biggest influences, along with many others, obviously, but probably from the visual sense, that's where I relate to him the most there. The idea of the Nihilist came from my point of view, as a response to the end of Stanley Kubrick's epic movie Full Metal Jacket. And at the end of that movie, they pretty much as they're singing the Mickey Mouse Club theme, he talks about that they're jolly green giants and they live in a world of shit. And I found that statement, like, that's where he ends up. That's where a lot of filmmakers end up, is that's the place that we actually live in. And I wanted to make a film that would be a response and a countermeasure to that. So my movie starts out in that place that the world is shit. We live in a world of shit, and we come out of that.
I thought that man was dead.
This man is still alive. There's still air in his lungs.
Is Captain Grimm able to move out? We've got orders to take him back to the front. He's got 800 boys waiting for him to go over the top.
What does one soldier matter?
Those men need their commanding officer. If we lose the Somme, we lose Verdun. And if we lose Verdun, God save the king.
Well, the original idea I conceived in about the year 2000, and I did several drafts of the script. I did a comic book adaptation where I laid it out all in comic book panels. And then when I brought it to my filmmaking partners, we actually worked on a new revision of the script for about a year. So altogether it took about 2 years from script to screen from once we started working on it again as a film.
Thomas, I have some enlightening theory that is pertinent enough for me to break a direct order. I suggest you shut your sodding mouth. Every breathing man who can walk.
Graham! I think I'm shot.
You're not shot. You're not even...
I think out of all of my films that I've done, this one was the most complex logistic-wise, just because we had a very tight schedule. We had 4 days of shooting that we had to get it done because of our actor schedule and other things like that. We were doing a period piece, World War I, where there's virtually no costumes. There's no props that we could get readily available, especially here in Minnesota. And so just that whole process was a monumental task just to get to the days of shooting, more so than my other films that were crafted out of what we had around, so we knew we had the resources. Yeah, we filmed, was finished on budget, on time. We had an excellent crew, excellent DP, everybody was just phenomenal. So on time and on budget for a period piece. Yeah.
Karl, ich habe den Flugzeug gefunden. We shot on location where we actually built a trench in the ground. We dug a trench and actually built that. And then we had some effect shots that we had to do, and we had one night we had weather kind of kick us out of the environment. And so there's actually scenes that are intercut between the actual location and the studio, and they're seamless. You can't even tell. I think fog is the one of the hardest things to work with that we've ever done. And if we would have known that when we started, we would have figured out how to do all the fog virtually, digitally. But that was a pain too.
Sind wir ihn einfach hier?
Ich erschieße kein unbewaffneter Mann. Du auch nicht?
Now we go back.
I hope that at the very least, it gives me the opportunity to make another one. I think that's really been my goal all along. A friend of mine told me when I first started this, he said, you know, you have to just start somewhere. And then I read in one of the numerous books I've been reading about directing, it says, you know, to make a film, you have to make a film. And so that was the beginning. So I made a movie, and I made another movie, and now I'm on my 6th one, and hopefully that gives me the opportunity to make another one.